And then maybe you start to feel like I have to act differently and not be true to myself, and you start to fake it. And this thing called imposter syndrome can develop at that stage.
Adding to your points, I'd like to share a quote with the audience or future listeners. Unattended CEO loneliness can chip away at your confidence and affect your judgment and performance. If you begin doubting yourself, feeling like maybe you've lost your mojo and you're somehow not worthy of your success, then imposter syndrome can knock at your door.
Yeah.
And you alluded to it earlier in the conversation. Many people up on top are lonely, and we've had previous speakers.
Yeah.
We also had an event on loneliness
Yeah.
in previous events. How do you deal with loneliness? And can you tell us a little bit more about imposter syndrome and how that might creep in there?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, so it builds on itself, right? You're lonely, you feel isolated. There's no other CEO down the hall for you to talk to because by definition, there's only one of you. And what can happen is you start to feel like you're like in your own bubble, and you doubt yourself, and you lose your confidence and your swagger. And then maybe you start to feel like I have to act differently and not be true to myself, and you start to fake it. And this thing called imposter syndrome can develop at that stage where the definition is that you have this feeling that you don't deserve the success you've achieved because you just were a person of good fortune or good timing, and that really you're just a fraud waiting to be exposed when that's not the truth. And that can really do a number on you. It can be very difficult to shake. I actually experienced it myself, didn't even know what it was when I sold my company and was a new executive inside the company that bought my company. And there were all these people around me, and I didn't know what they expected of me, but they all thought I was a celebrity. Here she comes, the show will start now. And, and I thought, oh my God. And so I suffered from it too. What you can do to deal with this loneliness and this imposter syndrome is, first of all, you must seek human connection. Connection is absolutely critical for mental wellness. So you have to find peer groups in the industry, either through a third-party organization like YPO or Vistage, for example, or form your own group of CEOs, or again, that safety net of mentors that hopefully you have. Just hearing other people's stories, it doesn't matter what industry they're in, or if they're a big company CEO or a startup entrepreneur, the problems are all kind of rooted in the same issues. Next, I really do believe in acts of gratitude as being so nurturing and fulfilling to the self. Teaching a class, mentoring others,